Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Royal Ascot here on Wednesday. It is June the 15th, 2016. I'm going to look at all the races. Before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections. The first day of Royal Ascot was amazing. It made a believer out of me with Tempin. She had a very nice run in the Queen Anne Stakes. So made a believer. I'm going to look at all the races. Let's get on to it. Starting off with the first race, 2:30 local post time, goes off 9:30 here in the United States, here in New York City. It's the Jersey Stakes, Group 3 here, going for a purse of $132,500. That's in American currency, so don't get confused. For 3-year-olds only, we have a field of 21 horses traveling 7 furlongs on the turf course, 1,400 meters ahead of them. And I'm going to go to the inside to the 2-horse Ribchester for Godolphin. Going to put this horse into an exact key this race. Going to go 2 with the 3, 12, 18. For a dollar exact key, it's going to cost you $3 to play this one. But number 2, Ribchester, Godolphin Doan, trained by Richard Fahey, ridden by William Buick at 8-1 here in the American odds. Last time out, ran at Newmarket on the 30th of April, and the 2,000 guineas. This horse finished third by 3.5 lengths that day behind Galileo's Gold, who won yesterday. Made a lot of money with Galileo's Gold. This horse, ran a very good, decent third place finish in a very tough 2,000 guineas. Start before that was at Maison Lafitte in France on April the 7th in a 7 furlong Group 3 Prix de Gipel Stakes. We'll go with that pronunciation. Horse finished fifth by 5.25 lengths actually. It was the horse's first start back on a very heavy turf course. A lot of rain into it. For the first start back since September, it was a decent fifth against a very tough matched field. He improved with that. He's been improving with every start this year. He finished fifth in that first start at Maison Lafitte, and then the 2,000 guineas, his horse improved to a third place finish. In this spot today, he should really do well. He should really do well with a turf course that has some given to it. And then the last start last year came at Newbury on September the 19th, and the Group 2 Mill Reef Stakes. Horse won by 1/4 lengths, was the favorite in the field of 6, and just kept on going. A very nice victory for this horse. Watch out for this one. I think the 7 furlong distance is perfect for this one. The ground will be perfect. He faced so much tougher last time out in the 2,000 guineas at Newmarket, where he was 33-1 in the American odds, and he had a decent third place finish. So going to go with this one. So to recap my bets for race number 1, the 2:30 post time from Royal Ascot, it's the Jersey Stakes. Going to go to the 2-horse Ribchester. Going to do an exact key of 2 with the 3, 12, 18. For a dollar exact key, it's going to cost you $3. So now let's get on to race number 2, the 3:05 local post time. It is the Queen Mary Stakes, a Group 2 here for fillies, 2-year-olds, going for a purse of $161,500. 5 furlongs ahead of them on the turf course, 1,000 meters, 17 horses, and there's a very good Wesley Ward trainee in this race, and that's the 9 Lady Arella. And I'm going to try and pick away from that horse today. The speed wasn't really holding up. Like if you watched that race yesterday with the Wesley Ward runner in the second race, setting the pace early, but really weakened. To be fair, that wasn't the best Wesley Ward trainee of the day. The best Wesley Ward sent horse. This one's a very good horse, but I'm going to try and beat it with the French Invader, the 1-horse Al Jarrah, 12-1 with Gregory Bonsoir. Going to put this horse into an exact key. Going to go 1 with the 3, 5, 9 for a dollar exact key. It's going to cost you $3. Number 1, Al Jarrah, Al Shabab Racing trains this one, is the owner of this one, for Gregory Bonsoir. Last time out, Chantilly in France on May the 20th in the maiden race. This horse won by 1.5 lengths, a very easy victory. This horse ran twice. Actually, it wasn't a maiden race last time, it was a Lowndes race, and this horse really ran well. And his first career start in a maiden race at Maison Lafitte on the 7th of May, 5 furlongs. Horse won by 1.5 lengths, another very clear victory. They ran the race in 1 minute and about 3/5 of a second, it was pretty fast. Looking at the times over this of the other horses, a few horses have run faster, but this horse had some very tough fields to get rid of that day. In this spot, I think this horse really do well. breaking from post position number eight. It's program number one, but breaking from post position number eight, which I think is a good post for this one. Should really like the straight course here. Should like a little bit of giving the ground. Last time out, when this horse was running Ashanti, had a very wet turf course, and he proved that was probably the horse's best race out of the two of them, and proved he really liked it. So gonna go with this one to beat Lady Orella, who's a very who's a very good horse. I'm not trying to, I think Lady Orella has a very strong chance too. But at 8-5 here in American odds, the American players really bet down the American horses at Royal Ascot. I remember, like yesterday, Tempin was. 3-1 or five, I think 5-2 here in the states at post time. In the UK, it was 5.5-1. So there's a big difference when the American horses get back to the ground here in the States, so it's different pools, you see. So gonna go with this one at 12-1 algebra. I think I could get maybe even 20-1 on this one in the States. So to cap my bets for the Queen Mary Stakes from Royal Ascot, the 305 post, I'm gonna go to the one horse algebra. Gonna do an exact key. Gonna go one with the 359 for $1 exact key. It's gonna cost you $3. So now let's get on to race number 3 from Royal Ascot, the 340 post time. It's the Duke of Cambridge Stakes, Group 2 for fillies here, going for a purse of $257,500 for 4-year-olds and upwards. Fillies mares only. Field of 14 horses traveling the 1,600 meters, 1 mile on the turf course ahead of them, and this is a very nice race here. Gonna go to the inside horse again today. I have a lot of one horses today. Number one, the American Invader, Miss Temple City at 8-1 with Ryan Moore for Grand Motion. Gonna put this horse into a super key. An exact key. It's a force habit. I always play super keys in the States, but an exact key. Gonna go one with the 2, 3, 10 for $1 exact key. This will cost you $3. But number one, Miss Temple City at 8-1 here. Ryan Moore gets on this one for the first time for Grand Motion. Grand Motion, the winning trainer of Animal Kingdom here in the States, who won the 2011 Kentucky Derby, also won the 2013 Dubai World Cup at Maidan, the final running, I believe. Well, the second to final running on the dirt, on the Tapeta at Maidan. But Miss Temple City, last time out in the Makers 46 mile at Keeneland against the boys. This horse won by 1 1/4 lengths. Very nice closing kick that day at 6-1. It was a very tough field of milers that day at Keeneland. This horse really proved herself in the first start back since October, and 6-1 was a blessing for the price. I don't think I had this horse that day. I should have, but because she ran a hell of a race against the boys first time out against them, first time against older company also, which is something. Start before that was at Keeneland, a mile and 1/8 on October the 10th, in the Queen Elizabeth II Challenge Cup. Horse finished second by a head that day. Just had a little bit of traffic this stretch. Just got up there. Just missed a win. But if this horse didn't have traffic, I believe this horse could have won that day. And then at Belmont Park here in New York City, actually Long Island, mile and 1/8 on September the 12th in Sands Point on the inner turf course, grade 2 Sands Point. This horse finished third by 4 lengths. Just need a little bit more ground. The mile and 1/8, if you ever watch Belmont here in New York, the inner turf course mile and 1/8 races tend to be more towards speed horses, even the mile and a quarter. So, a lot of horses don't really get a deep close on that turf course. Sometimes you do, but sometimes you don't, and I think that was the kind of race where there wasn't really deep closure. Horse actually ran here at Royal Ascot last season, Miss Temple City, on June the 19th, 1 mile in the Coronation Stakes. Horse had a very, very good fourth place finish by 2 lengths with John Velasquez up behind the second place finisher, who was Fad, who later in the year went on to win the British Cup Turf at Keeneland, defeating Golden Horn, who won the Arc. But this horse, she just needed, had a late run, but it was a little bit too late. It was 50-1 also, which is something. But I think this horse should have a very strong run today. Gets Ryan Moore, one of the best, if not the best, rider in the world. So to recap my bets for race number 3, the 340 from Ascot, it's the Duke of Cambridge Stakes for fillies, the Group 2 Duke of Cambridge Stakes. Gonna go to the one horse Miss Temple City. Gonna do an exact key here. Gonna go one with the 2, 3, 10 for $1 exact key. It's gonna cost you $3. So now let's get on to race Number 4 from Royal Ascot. The fourth race is the Group 1 Prince of Wales Stakes. Class 1 horses here going for a purse of just a little bit over $1 million here in American currency. For 4-year-olds and upwards, we have 6 horses, 6 very competitive horses traveling the mile and a quarter, 2,000 meters. And, it's a very tough field, but there's one standout here, and that's the Japanese Invader at 3 to 5. I know there's not a lot you can do with the price, but number 1, Shin Hikari. Gonna put this horse into a straight trifecta here, or a tricat, or excuse me, a straight tricat here. Not a key, but I'm gonna go 136. 136. You want to play for $1, it's gonna cost you $1. You want to play for $10, it's gonna cost you $10. But number 1, Shin Hikari, running over the same course, who actually the track record holder for this mile and a quarter here at Royal Ascot is Diffuse. It's one of my favorite horses. Ran the mile and a quarter in 2 minutes and just a little bit over 2 minutes, and just a little bit over 2 minutes on the 18th of June of 2014. But Shin Hikari at 3 to 5 with Yutaka Take, who's coming over from Japan to ride this one via New York to ride Lani to a very gallant third place finish at in the Belmont Stakes. Probably took that New York JFK flight to Heathrow to get to the United Kingdom for Yutaka Take. But last time out, ran in France, Chantilly on May the 24th in the Group 1 de Despond Stakes, Prix de Despond. This horse won easy by 10 lengths. This is out of all the horses this weekend. This horse, just looking at the replays, this horse just won easy. Especially that last race against very tough horses. For second place finish was a horse by the name of Darien, who's a very nice horse also. That was the horse's first start since Shatin back in December the 13th, mile and a quarter in the Group 1. This horse won by a length, another very easy victory. And then at Japan, if you go back to the November the 1st start in Japan at Tokyo Racecourse in the Group 1 10-0 show stakes, this horse finished 9th by 4 3/4 lengths. A little bit of an bad race for this horse. Just didn't have a great moving kick that day. Second start after a layoff, too. He won his first start back by 1 1/4. Shipping here to England shouldn't be a problem. That race in France was a very nice race. So I'm gonna go with this one here. So it's going to be my best bet of the day. Hopefully I don't jinx it. But to recount my bets for the fourth race, the 4:20 post time from Royal Ascot's to Prince of Wales Stakes. Going to go to the one horse Shin Hikari. Going to do a straight trifecta here, or tricat. Going to go 136. 136. So now let's get on to race number 5 from Royal Ascot. The 5 o'clock from Royal Ascot is the Royal Hunt Cup. Here going for a purse of $257,500. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards, traveling a mile here on the turf course, 1,600 meters. And we have an overflow field of 33 horses, so get a dart and throw it at a dartboard. It's a pen, by the way, but you get the image. So it's a very wide open race. I found my way to the 4 horse at 20 to 1. Mr. Owen for Qatar Racing at 20 to 1. Gonna put this horse into an exact key. Gonna go 4 with the 2, 3, 8 for $1 exact key. It's gonna cost you $3. But number 4, Mr. Owen, 20 to 1. Oslin Murphy. Last time out, ran a Saint Cloud on the 1st of May at 1 mile in a Doom Majute Stakes. Pardon my French is horrible. This horse finished third by 4 3/4 lengths in a very tough field of 11. It was a decent third place finish. Just need a little extra ground that day. He's proved himself over that, wet grounds. So I don't think the ground should be a problem. That was the horse's first start also since the 13th of September here in the United States. Actually, not in the United States, actually in Canada, but in North America at Woodbine in the Woodbine Mile Stakes. Horse finished 6 by 4 3/4 lengths. Decent 6th place finish that day, and an all-out finish. He had some very good milers in that day. And then at Deauville on the 4th of August, 1 mile listed stakes. The horse won by half lengths was Andrea Tazzini up. A very easy victory. Really like this horse's chances here today. Gonna go with this one. It's a very tough race. You could go a few ways in this race. I have the 2, 3, 8 on the bottom. I think any of those horses could win, maybe also. As a side play, as a second selection, let's say, I would maybe go to the 8 horse Convey at 6 to 1. He looks like a very nice horse, but I'm going to take my chances with a bit of a price here of the 4 horse Mr. Owen. So to recap my bets for the 5th race, to 5 o'clock from Royal Ascot's to Royal Hunt Cup, I'm going to go To the 4 horse, Mr. Owen. Gonna do an exact key here. Gonna go 4 with the 238 for $1. It's gonna cost you $3. So now let's get on to race number 6. The 5:35 post time from Royal Ascot is the Sangraham handicap. For fillies, listed handicap here, Class 1 horse is going for a purse of $117,500. For 3-year-old fillies, this is another race that's just too wide open to handicap. You have 26 horses, so you don't have the 33 like last race, traveling the mile here. And I found my way to the inside to number 1, Blue Bayou, 15-1 Jimmy Fortune. Gonna put this horse into an exact key actually. Gonna go 1 with the 2, 3, 8, 10 for $1 exact key. It's gonna cost you $4. But number 1, Blue Bayou, 15-1 Jimmy Fortune, for Brian Meehan, excuse me. Last time out, ran at on May the 1st at Newmarket, 1 mile and 1,000 guineas. Finished 13th by 19 lengths. Lost to Minding 2 starts in a row. Lost to her in the 1,000 guineas and lost to her at start before that last start at Kirk in the Group 1 Morglair stud stakes horse. Finished 5th behind Minding, and just really couldn't get that good late run. Actually lost to Minding and Ballydoyle. Ballydoyle finished second last time out and second 2 starts ago in the to start at Kirk. So it's finally getting away from those 2 horses. I think this horse should really do well. It was facing so much tougher in those last 2. That start at Kirk, this horse finished 5th. Start before that came here in the United Kingdom at Newmarket, August the 8th, in the Group 3 Sweet Solera Stakes. This horse won by half length. Was a favorite, but just had a very nice run. And then Newmarket, July 10th, 6 furlongs and Duchess of Cambridge Stakes. This horse finished third by head at 20-1. Just couldn't get that great late run. Going the mile, I think this should be perfect. Second start after the layoff, not facing Minding or Ballydoyle. This horse should have an excellent run here today at 15-1. Great odds also, great price. So to recap my bets for race number 6, the Sangraham handicap from Royal Ascot, 5:35. Gonna go to the 1-horse Blue Bayou. Gonna do an exact key here this race. Gonna go 1 with the 2, 3, 8, 10 for $1 exact key. It's gonna cost you $4. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.